Hello? Hi guys! Well, I'm gonna start drawing. I'm gonna go ahead and draw. Because we love drawing. Wait, hello? Suddenly my Azure PNG tuber stopped talking for a bit. Crazy! Anyways, I'm gonna go ahead and draw. No long introductions like I used to have, because I think my stream is doing great. That's crazy. It's something that I'm not used to, and I feel like something bad will happen. So, okay, wait. I'm gonna have to bring out my clippy and wait. Let me like loop my thingy first, because as always we have the cute little music. I'm gonna do random illustrations, I guess. I don't know. I just feel like drawing today because drawing is fun, you know. Okay, wait, hold up. I'm like so call this very eepy actually, but the grind never stops. I already have a sketch. Crazy. Well, it's because I was testing out like my pen settings, because this illustration is quite important. So yeah, I had to test my pen settings. Actually, I may have to change it again because it's still smooth. I just changed my pen nib for my. Oh, hello EB. Oh my god, it's the EB. EB Shibi. Hello. Just changed my pen nib so it's like smoother now, and that means it's like easy to like lose the pressure. Just crazy. You know, like actually I need to kind of rush this illustration. It's like a character illustration. There isn't going to be any background because something big is going to happen. Something big's going to happen at the Affiliate Story Hub. That's the little secret. Well, I'm gonna announce later. Yes, a stream at a reasonable time. Look, I just happen to have the energy to draw, because I don't usually have the energy to draw this afternoon, like this morning. It's usually at the afternoon, really. Okay. Crazy. Yeah. The stream is smoother now. Holy. Oh my god. I don't have to worry anymore. Oh my god. I get overly conscious when like even just a simple buffer happens. It's eating me alive. Every day I get nightmares. I'm joking. Anyways. I guess the waste that I'll mention is that there's this one the past drawing live stream where I drew Craig from Dream Daddy. Yeah, it was really unbearable last time. Like I got like overly conscious about it. Yeah, and I was like, one of the wastes of like having a really delayed stream was like I drew, or well, I studied, at least studied like the face of Craig from Dream Daddy, and then it didn't make the cut when I ended the stream. So it was kind of like a thing where I had to end the stream, even if it didn't reach that part, because it was really laggy, and I thought it would be kind of like a waste of time for me to wait for it. So, but it was really, I guess you could say I felt like it was a huge waste. But oh well, things happen. And yeah, after kind of like getting what do you call this? After getting like help from another streamer friend, yeah, and then it happened. The smoother thing happened. Yay! Oh, okay. Hold up. You're gonna see my music. Actually, stops the music. Crazy. Anyways, the thing that I'm worried about actually is the well, what do I call this? The thing that I'm worried about really is my mic picking up on background noise. I have my electric fan right beside me because it's like so hot, so hot in the country, bro. Pretty sure the music was louder than you. Aw. Okay. That means I have to go to my OBS for it, but oh well. Oh shit. What did I open? Mm-hmm. Yep. Wait, let me check. Hold up. It's so. It just shows how. It just really shows how much of a beginner streamer I am. Okay, because, yes, crazy. You're gonna see my OBS, by the way. So, funny, funny. Anyways, I think I can just go without, like, having music. Because I'm gonna yap the whole time, anyways. Fair enough, fair enough. Wait. There we go. You're gonna see my OBS. You're gonna see, like, the, workspace that I have for my OBS. You're gonna see it all. I'm not gonna hide it from you. Or at least to the future viewers once the stream ends. You're gonna see like my whole OBS workspace, which is crazy. See? This is how wild my thing is. And yes. So there you go. Wait. Wait, am I even doing it right? Hmm. Hmm. Crazy. Anyways. Am I louder now? Yeah, noise suppression. Am I louder now to you? Yippee. Hell yeah. We love it. I guess I'll just like the audio output thing. Just put it a little low. A bit more? Goes high. As high as I can. Well, I guess that's the loudest I can go. Hell yeah. Hell yeah. Okay. Thanks. Anyways. Bloop. Brings out the music. This goes on for like 3 hours. But never peak. Real. Anyways. Uh, okay, how is the audio now? Aw, Sag. That's so sad. Just keep it on the green. Because it's just like background music. And then I'll just tune it up a little. Okay. I don't know how I sound like, by the way. Maybe a bit lower, but not much. It's crazy. Everything just changed already. Well, my CPU is still like kind of peaking, but you know what works. 50. Oh, okay. Nope. Oh, there we go. Yep. Anyways. Wait. Hell yeah. Let's go. Thank you, EB Shibi. EB Spibi. Wait, isn't it like, Wait. Oh shit. Well, my mic is spiking. Wait, isn't it like 1050 something for you? I forgot how big our time zone gap is. I pretty much forgot. Oh. Oh, okay. Good to know. You guys can see my files, by the way. You're gonna see like all the cheminée that I've been hiding, all the artworks I haven't posted. I'm joking. Anyways, I mean, they're all my works, so it just proves that the works are mine. Yes, you see everything. Because there's this certain vibe I am aiming for as I draw. I'm gonna draw like literally Azure. I miss drawing my little Scrunkle Dunkle. Crazy! This was like my old art style. Or at least like, the reason why this art style just seems like a different art style is because like, I had thicker sketch lines. And then, it's the coloring. I always go for like the shadows. There's barely any highlights here, it's just shadows. That's crazy, just looking at it now. Real, you should. Actually, speaking of learning how to draw, we're gonna have a server event at the Affiliate Story Hub where we are actually going to teach. I said we because we are 2 people. When? April 19 to 20 in our time zone, like my time zone. Because the other person that's going to teach in the server event also lives in my country. Is it at a reasonable time? That's actually like the actually the thing. It's like the best time that I could think of is it would be night for us. So that means it'd be morning for you guys, for you, EB. And crazy. That's like the most reasonable time we have. Because that other person that's going to teach is like available beyond 10 a.m. for us. So that'd be like beyond 10 p.m. for you. So it's like if we really want, you know, the starlings in the similar time zone as you to reach the major event, it's really night. That's gonna be night for us. So yeah, this is like a little reveal, like a little secret, like insider information. But yeah, because you know, there was this thing that I felt like, you know, with a lot of the starlings wanting to really understand like the basics of art, I decided that why not I just, you know, have like a server event that pretty much tackles that kind of thing. And it's I'm always up at night. Okay. Crazy. Yeah. But yeah. Basically what we're gonna like tackle is pretty much just the basics. So this is targeted to beginner artists and to artists who have not been drawing for a long time but want to get back to it. So yeah. Thing is, the reason why I'm doing this illustration is because like me and this person actually has a like illustration collaboration with our OCs, and then I'm yet to like finish my part of it. And it's like funny because I was the one that told him the concept. Like I was the one that's like, hey, let's do a collab, and then I gave him like what the collab will be, and then he finished so quickly. It's like I think after like a day or so that I gave him the concept, he already finished his part. It's like, oh no, I haven't done my part. Crazy. And it actually features both Azure and Australia as well, so it's like I'm gonna have to step up my game. I have to keep the grind going. Holy. Finish it. Yes, I am. I will. Yeah. We need more art in the world. For real. That's why, like, I am trying to relearn, okay. Because there is this thing that, actually, it took me a while to even pick up on this collab thing that I'm the one that literally, I'm the one that literally, told that person, like, yeah, let's do a collab piece. Because, like, okay, I have been really, like, overly conscious with my current art style, like, especially the one with, the recent Sebastian art that I made. I wasn't, like, satisfied with it, actually. The eyes look pretty off, and it doesn't feel, it doesn't feel Azure Aphelion art style enough. And that's when I realized it's like the only reason why I did that art style is because like I was worried about the idea of like, oh, it's not clean or something like that. But then I realized what made my art style kind of pop out is that my line art is like, my line art is pretty much my sketch lines. And no matter how much I polish, it's still messy as hell, but it kind of pops out. Like, you can see here, like, for example, this was like my 2023 art of Azure. And this was the time where, this is like the time I introduced the two OCs. Literally, you can see here that there's still like, wait, let's make it red, So there's like this thing where, even this part, for example, this part, you can see like, there's this thing with like, this part. Like, there's like thick lines here, and then here it suddenly becomes thinner, and then, yeah. And then, yeah, you can see like there's even a open-ended sketch line. And it's crazy because it's like, this was my art style that really kind of made me have the peak character artist in the first place. And how dare me try to replace that all because I was pressured that my art style may be messy as hell. So I decided to try and relearn the art of not giving a damn, and then try to, yes. The amount of flaws they leave behind. Real though. But, especially when you're like a beginner artist, it's easy for you to like kind of miss the flaws. But at the same time, when you've been drawing for like a while now and you've gotten the hang of your own art style, it just seems natural for you to like, just draw anyways. Like for me, for example, I wouldn't consider myself a professional artist, but I had like some mutuals who admired my art style because it just pops out as my art style. And yeah, that's just how it is. Because at the end of the day, you're not aiming to, when you're an artist, right? Sometimes it's not really that you're following a certain standard. It's just, you're just doing art because it's what you like. It's your passion, So you can have like the messiest sketch lines ever, but you'd still be able to make like something good as an output. And I pretty much learned that from one of the admins of the Starry Hub. Cause he's like a god artist, and he himself has like messy sketch lines, but his art, the outputs of his arts ends up becoming like so good. It's just professional looking, in a way. But he himself is aware that he has messy sketch lines. It's just that, it's just part of his art style. That he knows where to place the professional process to his like personal process. So yeah. Oh, too afraid of making mistakes. Hmm. Actually, that's normal for artists to be afraid of making mistakes. If anything, when I started digital art in 2020, I did not understand anatomy at first. But then I still got a bunch of likes from like back then, 2020, 2021, despite my lack of understanding for anatomy, is because, well, art. I guess it's like it's easier said than done to like say like don't be afraid to make mistakes, because it is really scary to make mistakes, you know, especially when you plan on like posting your artworks and whatnot. But to me, at the end of the day, it's like as long as you're enjoying and as long as you enjoy the process of learning and, you know, creating. Because, but let me tell you, I had like one piece here that I used to be proud of. And it's like, okay, which one is it? I think it's this one. This is one of the artworks that I had, and looking at it, there's like a bunch of mistakes. Like, there is this one, there is that one, and then where else? There's even the line. There's still a line here. But then this was one of my proudest pieces. There's also another one. But this was one of my proudest piece back in like 2022, because still this is actually an OC of mine, an old OC of mine, and you know it's one of my favorite pieces because I loved the process of like you know, conceptualizing the scene and all that. So yeah, exactly. Like you can see like I have like the smallest of mistakes circled, and then I think even this part is considered because because now that I'm looking at it, I don't know what this is. But yeah, no thoughts, Aleza Ilus. That was like my artist name before I went for Reazare. But yes, the thing is, there's like a bunch of mistakes. Like they're even the smallest of mistakes, the smallest of details. Like probably a lot of people wouldn't even care. But you know, of course, back then I was also as scared to make mistakes. But this was one of my proudest pieces because even though there were like the smallest mistakes, I was still able to capture what was in my head. Of like, oh, this is the scene. This is like the emotions that I want to bring out, and blah 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 blah. And so yeah, I enjoyed the process of making it, and then so on and so forth. I'm able to like create more pieces either way, despite the mistakes. I think like um part of, well, creating is kind of accepting the fact that like we're all bound to make mistakes. We're all bound to have flaws in our art, but at at the end of the day, it's like, you know, it's sometimes it's not really perfection that you're looking for. It's the you know, the joy of actually creating. So if you let yourself kind of be if you let yourself be drowned by the fear of, you know, making mistakes, you're never gonna do anything. Like, not necessarily like when I say that, it's not really in the process of doing it. I mean, like, if you let yourself stay afraid of mistakes, you wouldn't be able to start anywhere. And yeah, that's kind of like the reality of it. Like, when you're afraid of making mistakes, you wouldn't be able to like start at anything, because you know you're afraid of making mistakes. But it's better to try than not do it at all. And besides, you know, um especially with the rise of like AI art, eventually it becomes eventually the artistic perspective is no longer on the what's, it's no longer on what you are making. It's more on the why you are making things, why you are creating, why you're drawing, why you're painting and all that. So because of that certain perspective shift on art, it really makes you kind of really question like, what are you doing all these arts for? And then that's when you kind of like have this certain drive to draw, to paint, to whatever art mediums you want to do. So I guess like you just have to pick up your pen and start drawing. Like heck, you can even like, I don't know, um just draw like basic shapes, learn like the fundamentals, and that's already like part of you learning how to do art. It doesn't necessarily have to be like you already made a character. You already made uh, a nice looking building. You know, it doesn't have to be like that right at the start. You can just start small and then just work your way up towards it. Cause that's how I learned the hard way. That sometimes those YouTube videos of like uh artists being like, oh, how to draw this, how to draw an anime uh character or something like that. I learned the hard way that though it's helpful, without the without your understanding on the fundamentals of art, you wouldn't be able to really grasp how this character, this certain character archetype is being drawn, blah 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 blah. So it's something like that. And see, like, yeah, that's why I'm also passionate with like this new server event, because I am actually going to teach like a very, not really a very interesting topic, but it's going to like pretty much cover the basics of like how one does actually, like, you know, tackle a certain subject, especially when you have reference. Barely have any fundamentals, and that's okay, you know. That's why free tutorials on YouTube are art tutorials. They're like present. Wait, I can like recommend you an artist. An artist that like teaches you like the basic fundamentals of art. Wait. I think I can just see, it's oh, my music's gone. But basically, yeah, this one, Proco. I don't know why I don't have him subscribed. But yeah, Proco one of my was one of the YouTube artists, YouTube channels that helped me understand like the fundamentals of things, especially like with the playlists and whatnot. So you can see like he has like simplified perspective and all these stuff. How does he values? He is a good art teacher. He is my best bet for if you really wanna understand the fundamentals of art. He's my best bet. Proco. Oh no, why did you go back to the... Okay, whatever. Anyways. But yeah. I can actually tease you like what's going to be like the lessons in our little major server event. It's a 2-day thing actually. That's why I said like April 19 to 20. So the April 19 one, I will be teaching. It's me that'll teach on the first day. That I'm gonna teach basic shapes, form, and the art of deconstructing. So the art of deconstructing is like when you're given a reference, how do you tackle it? Uh how do you kind of like make shapes, imagine the shapes on this certain form on this certain subject? That's what I'm gonna teach in that certain part, the art of deconstructing. And then the second day, I won't tell just yet who will be the one teaching, but it's about color theory and values. Yes. I suddenly couldn't think. Oh my god. Okay. Man, I miss drawing Azure. I think I've been just sketching and sketching and sketching and sketching, but I haven't made like a proper illustration for him. God. Okay, there we go. There is nothing wrong with using your transforming tools. They actually help me a lot in my illustrations. So sometimes you're just too lazy to like yes. So, you know, work smart, not harder. Okay. Real. Indeed, indeed. Besides, when you're even like doing sketching, you don't necessarily have to be like perfect at the right at the very first sketch. You can just erase and erase. You can like redo the lines. There's no problem with that. Cause even until now, especially like with me doing like 4 years of digital art, especially when I'm specialized in character arts, there has been like a lot of moments where I just redo the lines. And there's especially nothing wrong with that. Especially when what you're aiming for is a certain look or a certain or to be consistent with the art style. Yeah. And that's okay. And that's okay. Like um art isn't just, illustrations. Graphic arts is like also considered art. Like I've been especially like for me example, sorry. For me, for example, I did like mood boards. Like mood boards you just kind of compile like pictures that, represents a mood, represents a character or idea. And it isn't really, I would say, it isn't really like the most artistic I've done, but I'm still proud of it because I was able to make something like it. And yes. And it's that kind of proudness that you have within yourself. It's like, it just makes you want to keep going. Graphic arts is still art. Like, video editing. Video editing, I consider it art because, the animation for each element that you do, it takes a lot of creative input. Also, making thumbnails, editing, and whatnot. Because though it's like not that obvious, editing, photo editing, whatever editing, it could be considered art. They're called technology arts even. Yeah. That's why like the college that I'm going to, it's like specializes on art and technology where those those two general subjects just can be like merged within like any course that's being offered there. Game development, graphic design, film and cinematography. They use both arts and technology, and they're still considered art and technology. So like to me, yeah, be proud of that. Be proud of you being able to do something like it. Because even though it's not, obvious on the surface, you still put some creative input into it. So, yes, be proud. Yippee! Wait, I don't think this is how I... Damn, I forgot. Damn, how could I forget how to draw, like, Azuri's eyes? Oh no. Looks at myself in the stream. Because one thing I will like mention, I think even the eye shape for Australia and Azure has changed over time. So it's no longer the typical line up then down, line up curve then down. I think it has especially changed over time, especially now that that Azure has like a certain stature now and a certain vibe as a character. I'll just draw both eyes and see what happens. Heck, sometimes I just copy paste the first eye and then just redraw some parts of the copied eye, just so that it doesn't look like I just copy pasted. Because of course, perspective has to also be considered when you're drawing in a three-fourth view of like anything, of like a head or whatever character. Cause little art tip. In this view where this side is more, more facing the camera, this is like wider, and then this one's a little more cramped. I wouldn't say cramped, but it's like more kind of smaller in a way because of the perspective or the angle of the head. Oh no. Automod. I think it's because like, cause I actually have like banned words, because in the former streams, there were like these bots that kind of took over my chat, talking about like stream boo and like giving me their Discord and whatnot. It's crazy. So I had to ban both the word stream boo and Discord, because that seems to be the major like that seems to be like the major content for those bot messages. So if you try to use Discord, yeah, you're gonna be automated. So you can use like a shorter version of Discord. You can say like disco or whatnot, my disco account, and I'd be able to pick it up. Checking DMs. Okay, I am gonna check Zai DMs. Okay. Oh wait. Okay, I love that. That's really cool. It's really cool. Okay, I'm gonna like give you so much reassurance, because this here is graphic arts or graphic design or whatever graphic. And the thing is, your usage of font, your how you aligned it with the image, that's artistic. That is that is involved in the creative process, in your making of your creative output. So, yay! You did well. You did well. For real. You did very well, because actually, I have been more open to graphic arts, because that is going to be my major when I get to college. When college starts, graphic arts, graphic design actually. So I'm mostly going to tackle my specialized subjects tackles like typography and layouting and whatnot. Basically, involving like something about making packaging or publication materials for companies, blah 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 blah. It's something like that. So I've been more open to graphic arts lately, and just making different graphic arts and graphic design outputs. It just opened up another world for me. So, yeah, yeah, and that's okay. Like the mood boards I made, it took a while for me to even like form them. And these mood boards, they look simple as hell, but the thing is, I don't just, compile pictures and call it a day. There has to be some sort of like meaning behind this and that, or like I have to be able to kind of justify why this certain picture in the mood board is there. Because that's actually part of arts. Being able to like, kind of explain the meanings behind your arts, the meanings behind your illustrations and whatnot. And, me doing those mood boards, though it just seems like I did it in like 30 minutes, especially when I streamed it the last time, there's like a lot of distractions, a lot of like considerations of like, oh, I think I should use this instead, or wait, this doesn't fit the vibe that I'm looking for. There's those considerations. And that's actually the fun part, because then you're also challenging yourself and all that. It's like, god, graphic design is like your simple, it's like your one of your simplest but also like powerful warm-ups. Actually, I do sometimes I do like graphic designing and just make a joke like graphic designing is my passion. He looks tired. Hold up. His eyes has to be more yes. There we go. Holy hell. Okay. It's crazy how just changing the curveness of the eye shape, it already like changes everything. This was a while ago. This was the a while ago one, which looks more sleepy, more unfocused. But when I change it to like a more circular and curvy kind of thing, suddenly became like more awake. And that's like holy hell. That's why like I'm willing to teach what I'm gonna teach for the major server event. the basic shapes, forms, and the art of deconstructing. God, I don't know. I like shapes, even though like even though like I'm bad at math. Like in math, geometry is my favorite subject. Fun fact: geometry is like my favorite topic in like mathematics. Like I suck at math, but geometry, yeah, I love it so much. Okay, wait. Okay, wait. It's not a little aligning a little. Boop, boop, boop. Wait. Oh my god, the eye shape is not eye shaping. Wait. Because it's like up and then it curves. There we go. I think that's okay. Hell yeah! Oh my god! Finally, it aligned! Yippee! Oh my god! It aligned! No freaking way! That's crazy! Okay, wait. I just have to... I'll just fix it up later. Boop. So the question is, do I yap like this? Especially like off stream? When I draw? Yes. This is how I draw. Like I yap even like off stream while I draw. But then I look like a maniac, so so I decided, yeah, I'll stream while I do art. But here's the yapper indeed. It's crazy because even I yap to myself. Talk to myself. No, because like while I'm like drawing, right? Like how I did like me trying to fix Azuri's eye shape, I was like, wait. I was like, wait, hold up. This doesn't seem right. This one's curved. Because it's like I'm trying to also kind of make sense with like what I'm trying to fix. This comes out naturally. Yeah. I'm such a yapper. Even off stream, I yap to myself as I draw. I don't know, it's been a habit. Because there's this thing that my yapper energy isn't like just something that just comes out ever since I was born. It's something that I had to practice as an honor student. Like public speaking type stuff, yeah. Cause there's this thing like I was always in environments where being someone who yaps in a way that's like you recite a lot or you join contests and stuff or you're able to become host or masters of ceremonies for school events. You know, it's like I'm always kind of in those kinds of environments where eventually I got influenced. And you know, I was trained actually on like, oh, if you want to be more confident in how you speak, you try talking to your plushies as if they're your audience. Or like talk to yourself as if you are your own audience. Or record yourself while speaking and then listen to it. And try to figure out what words have you misspoken or where did your thoughts kind of like lag or something like that. And you know, when especially like growing up, I was like a really reserved kid. Like can you imagine me, a reserved kid back in the day? Yeah, that is actually true. I wasn't really the most expressive back then. And then, you know, being exposed to such things growing up, like how to be more confident in your speech and whatnot, yeah, it just became kind of embedded in me. Okay, I wanna add the eye details already. I just love the eye details of Azure. Cause I don't know, it just fits him. Like these little lines. It just fits his character so much. Especially when he is meant to be like yes. Oh, always reserved. That's fair. That's okay. Cause to me, I think the downsides of being a yapper is that you just talk a lot, and you're just not sure if the person that you're talking to is already like tired of you. Because me as a yapper for of my own good, I sometimes cannot tell if the person I'm talking to is already tired of me. I really can't. So sometimes I really couldn't. I mean, so there is this thing that that's like one of the downsides for me at least, because I've encountered a lot of yappers who yap like yaps more than me, and there's this thing like they like I kind of see that they also can't pick up if people are like tired or the social battery has ran out, especially when they're talking about something that they're interested in. So it's like, sometimes the other person has to mention like, oh, that's great, but I'm like, social battery's gone, so I'll take a break from like being a listener, blah blah blah. And yeah, actually, like, part of being a yapper is also like having to pick up, or like having to understand people when their social battery is low. Like, you shouldn't be like taking it against you and stuff, because it's not that you're overbearing. It's more of like they just really ran out of energy. It's just that my curse is that I won't be able to pick up on that. Crazy. Okay. Wait, so there's this thing that I joke that I yap so hard you have to be sure that you want to listen to me. But at least in this me yapping in stream, it's like anyone can just leave the stream if they're already tired of me. You rarely talk. Yeah, like especially like in the past interactions we had, you just, I think the most notable things you've mentioned is like imagine. Crazy. Who can be the yap? Who can be the listener to my yapper? Who is willing to match my cringe? Exactly. Like, just you saying imagine in like chat, I can already hear your voice. It's like imagine. Crazy. Anyways, hold up. Okay. Anatomy is definitely not. I still haven't, like, 5 years into drawing. Anatomy is still my weak spot, and coloring. But like everything else, it's like, yeah. It's like the idea of like kind of like drawing everything on the spot, because I don't have reference. The only reference I have is literally the Azure, the completed Azure illustration. Yeah, that's like my only reference. And right now I have like a pose in mind that I've sketched on the notebook. Actually, that's also my reference, what I sketched on the notebook. And then yeah. That reminds me, I actually have like an unpublished or like an unposted like artwork here that actually follows the same, oh no, what am I even drawing? Or like, oh no, it's the anatomy, right? And then just seeing it again, it's, I mean, being reminded of it again, it's like crazy. I drew that? Wow. I didn't even look at it, I just imagined, it's like, wow, I drew that back in 2023. It's just I didn't post it because I wasn't able to reach Pride Month during that time, because it was a Pride Month artwork, and then I wasn't able to like reach it, or it's more of like I would have posted it if I wasn't very very late to it. I think I was like a week late already, so I decided not to post it, because during that time I was driven by the if you want people to recognize your work, you have to kind of match your events event type illustrations on the actual events, and it's like yeah, it's crazy. But I do wish I completed it and then still posted it anyways. Like I didn't let myself get pressured. Yeah. But you know, we just learn eventually. Posting artworks, I'd say like even takes a lot of courage to do. Because your art is going to be like be seen by a lot of people, and you know, there's this like pressure of like, will they ever like what I even draw? But at the end of the day, it's just yeah, it's just if you enjoy doing what you're doing, then just go for it. Heck, me sketching even right now, like look at my hands, just a rectangle, like some sort of thing. Oh my god. Wow, I'm hungry again. That's crazy. I already ate like breakfast and then I'm still hungry. Crazy. And this has to be bigger because it kind of faces front and a little more forward, so I analyze my sketch like that, or like I kind of like say it out loud. Then this one has to be slightly more angled. Maybe even a little lower. Oh shucks, I accidentally cropped it. There it goes. And then, because in this illustration, Azure is wearing something different. So it's not his usual blue vest, red necktie, drip. Wait, that's too large. Here we go. Wait, let me try drawing the screen thingies that he's going to interact with. So this is one arm. And then the other one is here, a little top. Little top-ish. Or wait, that's fantastic. I really love this royalty background music. Yippee! We love curved monitor setup or something. Cause Azure actually has like a setup like that. I just haven't drawn it because I didn't have like the 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 concept sketched out just yet on my notebook. Cause before I draw like important illustrations like this one, I actually draw them on sketch them on the notebook first. Yeah, and he has this thing where his holographic monitors, they're like curved because that's also his monitor setup. Crazy. Really thought everything through for Azure. We love. I like how my PNG tuber is Azure, and then I have the Azure complete illustration of Azure as a reference, and then I'm drawing Azure. The Azure exception, crazy. The only thing that I could say is that I think like with the new character the character illustration for Azure, like the solo illustration of his, I think because of like how he ended up more, I wouldn't say twinky, but like how do I say this? I wouldn't say like he's twinky, but because of like his current, well, solo illustration that, you know, if not this reference, it's that reference, it's that solo illustration I'm using as reference. Because of like how I drew him, suddenly how I draw him in like even in the off stream, off social media sketches, they're more soft, more kind of like, oh, protect him at all costs, which is like the original idea actually to make Azuri something like that in the first place. It's just that like I think it went a little too much in that. So now it's like I can't. So it's not now. It's like if I make some character angst into his character arc, I feel bad. No, no, because I already have like a reputation for like, well, at least with my friends, I have a reputation for cinnamon roll OCs that I have, and my thing for like giving them too much angst. Like nothing against cinnamon roll boys. It's just that I don't know, they're just so squishy. Angst, too much angst just seems right for them, but at the same time, this just makes me evil. It's so evil. I can't comprehend how evil I am. Follow the angle of the cause he will stand weirdly. Or maybe not. I just suck at anatomy. Cause this has to be a full body illustration. And then wow, I really suck at anatomy. No freaking way. But that's okay. As long as I get the thing across, I guess. And then I'm gonna do Australia's side, but Australia's is like more detailed because I'm gonna draw like a shotgun or something alongside Australia, because there's a whole concept in this collaboration piece. But then I may not like do the edit out the collaboration piece just yet because I'm gonna use like the this Azure illustration as part of like publication material for it's not really like an important publication material, it's just something that I like doing. Just make like publication materials as if it's actually a serious server event. Crazy. So evil. Yes, bro, like, you know, Celine, I have given her a lot of OZ lore that she just knows all of my OCs at this point, even before I introduce them publicly. And there's this one OC that is so cinnamon roll, actually more cinnamon roll, or at least as equally cinnamon roll as Azure, and I just killed him off, and it's like, bro, what the angst? And there's this thing that's like, that cinnamon roll OC's death is like the turning point of another OC who is his younger twin brother. It's like, no, I realized how evil I was back then, but then there's this thing that's like, because my past self had like a huge point in killing him off, I just couldn't change the lore anymore. It's like, nah, nah. I just have some pattern with like cinnamon roll OCs and giving them angst. It's crazy. It just makes even I am questioning if I deserve to actually be a character artist. Cause it's like every cinnamon roll OC that I draw or conceptualize, they're all doomed. You could never hurt my OCs. I can, and it's a curse. Because even Lucius Auburn, androgynous emo, or Goss, androgynous Goss, he even has angst, and he's not even a Twinkie cinnamon roll OC. Bro, it's like anything for the plot apparently. Hmm. I'm not sure if this anatomy makes sense, but whatever. Oh. Man, the things I would do to illustrate so that I have enough portfolio to kind of what do you call this? To have like a proper portfolio so that I could get a chance in getting clients for commissions. I haven't gotten any commissions lately. Well, it's been an hour of me drawing. I love it. What if I decided to play Roblox while the stream is very smooth? That's crazy. Oh man, but thank you for the thought though. For real. I'm actually like planning to kind of save up a little bit. Even, especially like I'm gonna start college and maybe my allowance will be cut. Maybe. It's just a maybe. But it's still better to be prepared. And not only that, I'm planning to open a local Stardew Valley cosplay group. And yeah, cause there's gonna be a concert here in the country, and it's gonna happen on April 2026. So I have enough time to open a cosplay group for it. But there's this thing that of course, for it to happen, I need to buy a ticket, and I'm worried that when it goes general public sale, the tickets might run out, and then dream shattered, you know. I have never been to a proper concert where I actually bought concert tickets to attend said concert. So it's gonna be my first experience, and I hope I'll be able to, you know, reach the general public sale and be able to buy tickets. But they're pretty expensive in a way. At least in my currency, it's already considered expensive because it's already like thousands. And it's like, God. That's why like I was like manifesting so hard for like a job or some at least some com work, because you know I don't want to always rely on my parents for stuff like that, especially when the reason why I became broke in the first place, because I think for how many months straight I just went to different events, and then I ended up like buying a lot of stuff, and I realized how much of a gastador I am in my country's language, or I would say like how I just buy and buy, you know. And I'm also planning, and this illustration, I'm planning to use it as what do you call this? I'm also planning to use this as like a like for OC trading. So it's gonna be another thing, and yes, I have to align. I have to align it somehow. Wait, let's draw a line here. It has to be this part. Because this one's more cramped, so I have to at least get the shape right. So it's like that, and then do like this. There we go. We love geometry. Anyways. Geometry. Damn. Yeah, this is like another outfit of Azure. He doesn't like wear it a lot, but in this very specific collab piece, he had to wear it. Because something crazy happened in his little digital space. I think I've mentioned it a lot of times that the Aphelion project card has ARG. It's just that no one has been like telling me that they've looked over it. So I don't know who has picked up that there's ARG. Cause I didn't even like publicly announce it. It's like I want people to know. In real life whale. Yeah. Yeah, I'm an in real life whale. I ended up having so much merch. But I'm happy. Just that maybe I'll have to sell off some of them. Yeah, and who knows, maybe I'll actually get sponsored for a cosplay. I just have to buy like a wig cap first, because the last time I cosplayed like Nagi-Saran from Ensemble Stars, his wig was so heavy, like considered heavy because it's long, and then like the second layer is like clamped to the first layer, so it's considerably heavy, so it keeps falling off and all that. I didn't know. You know, I forgot I forgot what I just said that made you respond that. Holy hell. I forgore. Bruh, I forgot the layer. No, it's the layer that I... Crazy. Okay. Oh, about the ARG. Oh, okay. Yeah. Um, there is an ARG in the Aphelion project card. It's just that like I haven't updated my card for a while now because it was meant to cater to that ARG. And like until someone has talked about it, I won't update the card. Cause it's actually from like my birthday, like from the birthday update of my card, which is like back in like what March 3rd. It's already been there for like a month now, and like until now it's still there. Because the ARG was like meant to intro or like kind of foreshadow the introduction of the proper introduction of Azaka and Orion. That's the ARG secret. Because I think at this point the ARG is not kinda not there. But you can still visit the card. It does involve a lot of clicking to figure out the thingy-majigs, so mm-hmm. I see. ARGs are like what do you call this? My idea of ARG is just that like for example, the Aphelion project card.co. It's like your idea of card is that you just do it for display purposes or like showcasing your work or um opening commissions and whatnot. But what I did with the Aphelion project is that I made it interactable that there's actually like more secrets to be unearthed. That's like kind of like my idea. Like ARGs are like you're able to interact with the world that a certain tool like another website or something like that to kind of uncover what's really going on. Like there's always like things to decode or things to mix and match, something like that. So think of like Welcome Home, the popular media ARG. Welcome Home. That's like kind of like the inspiration for the Aphelion project. Card.co ARG. Dun, dun, dun. Oh, it's been like an hour and all I did was like sketch, which is crazy. It does take me a while to sketch, considering like I haven't sketched the way I did for like a very long time. Like I said, I'm trying to relearn how I used to sketch back then, which is the more freely carefree kind of sketching where I just sketch anyways. No questions further asked. And then yeah, everything's also on the whim. Like my like the sketch on my notebook for this collaboration piece doesn't even have like a lot of details. So I'm like working with like an actual new canvas or new thingy-majig. Like it's just me having to add details on the whim and then call it a day. It's always been like that for me. Just drawing out the details. Without like thinking a lot. Oh wait, no. Just drawing the details, knowing like what you're gonna draw, it's just that they're all on the spot. There we go. I can't words. Hell yeah. You know what an ARG is. Oh. It's just that you haven't like... No, you haven't like made one. Well, I guess you can just like do a little kind of, you know, just as long as there's something to decode and like it links to certain chimney. I guess that's good. ARG. I think the first ARG I've ever like heard of. Well, I would say like FNAF had like a role in me understanding what an ARG is. Especially when I was like a huge game series watcher. Crazy. It's like... And yeah, the analog horror games. Yeah, that one. I used to be like a huge fan of like game series, like analog horror series, where they just kind of decode like analog horrors and like, oh my god, that's where I really got into the ARG world. Oh, really? Crazy. Do you remember like what the series is? Or like what game, whatever? Or is it just like a little ARG activity that just happens to be impossible? Oh, that is wild. Yeah, it's just there's just something about those ARGs that are like so hard to like solve. And it would be like crazy if someone would end up like solving a certain mystery. I guess my kind of favorite ARG is those ARGs that's like when you thought you have like the right answer, but when you try like, you know, for example on the website, those website links, website link type mysteries that, or like things that you have to solve, that when you thought you have solved it, apparently you didn't, and you still have to like work on it more, kind of figure out the actual right website link. Yeah, those are my favorite kinds of things to solve when it comes to ARG. Like I'm always like so amazed by those who are able to do that. Like just have a website and then have like a bunch of like yeah, you get the idea. And it's like I've seen it in Welcome Home. That's why like Welcome Home was like really interesting and one of the push points for me to even try and make an ARG with the affiliate project. I'm hungry again. Holy. But hey, wow, I'm making something. That's crazy. Man, the times where I could just draw for hours and hours and hours. I already erased like the rest of the outlines. Ah, that's so satisfying. When you finally get to like erase what's beneath the top layer of your drawing or something. It's like it's so satisfying. Then you get to see like the full illustration so far, and then oh my god, the euphoria. I miss it so much. This was like the same feeling I had back in 2022, 2023, where I just drew anyways. That means I'm on the right track again. Yippee! Even though I'm like so hungry and that I think I am close to passing out if I don't even munch on a banana or something. It's just, oh my god, drawing. I love drawing. Even though it's not the most perfect of forms out there, it's still the best feeling. Yippee! How long is his legs? I might end up making like 2 long legs. That's crazy. Now that I moved it a little, and then, cause this would be like his torso. This would be like around his torso, and then this would be his legs. Okay, that's too short, so his legs has to be like a little more. Like. Oh yeah, because this is his knee. I said this was his knee. But then, that would be too long already. But that means I have to like make a little more legs. And then treat it that this is the shoe. Oh my god. Yeah, that seems right. Okay. And I'll just have to adjust it if I think that he's not like making sense. I realize I think this is the first time I've ever like drawn Azure as in like with his feet. Because even his solo illustrations like up to like his thighs. That's crazy. Oh my god. What have I been doing the past few months? Holy hell. Impossible. How could I? I don't know. Actually, I forgot the basic shape that I did. So let me see if I can redo it. And then give you like a... Try to give you like a little quick art lesson about it. Because not even I know how I did it, actually. I don't know what came into me. It's like the art gods themselves decided to uh possess me for like uh 30 seconds, and then once I did the shoe, it's already gone. But it's actually one of my things that I wanna tackle, how to draw feet. In my or at least the shoes, in my little art in the little major server. But basically what I did was like, it's like Wait, how did I do it? Hold up, let me like try to redo it. Because what I did a while ago was like, there's like a rectangle, and then I just made like a, like that, like that, and then just kind of, yeah, this shape. Basically a pentagon, but then like, wait, let me see if I can do it here. In red, let's do it in red. There's like a so assuming this is the square from a while ago, like this part, I did like a pentagon-ish, like where I did this part first, and then just kind of did this part, then the bottom line would be curved, and then you just have to connect them. Because you can see like if I were to kind of, not really kind of, but if I were to like break it down even better, this is a, oh, this is a triangle. Like you can see there's a triangle, right? And then, but the pink one would be like the trapezoid-ish. Wait, let's use a different color. The trapezoid-ish shape, which makes up like the kind of like the base of the feet. Yeah, this is what I mean. Like, that's why like I'm confident enough to teach like basic shapes, form, and the art of reconstructing. Yeah, cause this, like you can see like the red, that when I deconstruct it even further, there's like triangle and then trapezoidal shape. But that's something. But actually, in the end, I'm just gonna copy paste or something, cause they go by the same angle anyways. So I just have to make it make sense at least. There we go. There we go. Oh my god, I think I'm getting it again. Crazy! Of course, this one's a little too angled. There we go. Oh wait, no. No, that's a boot. Right there. I'm still worthy. Shoes. I mean boots, but whatever. Crazy. I don't even have reference for this boot. Not even like anything at all. Really, I don't really have reference right now. That's crazy. I guess I won't stop streaming until I finish this. So I'll end up staying with you for a long while, Evie. Oh, oopsies. Oh my god, that's a shoe! Oh my god! Oh my god. That is a shoe. I have to merge. It's hard to erase. Oh my god. That is a shoe! Oh, okay. I see, I see. Anime. I may have to eat lunch, but I kinda wanna finish this sketch first. And then play Roblox later. Cause I like the current stream settings I have, so I feel like streaming all day or something. Frick, I forgot how to do the front the front facing shoe. Damn. Crazy! Full body illustration of Valkyrie? Valkyrie? I'm so locked in. What the hell? Crazy. Holy. Okay. Now that's a concept sketch. Holy. Oh. Oh my god. Oh no, you're gonna. Oh no. Help! You guys saw my singing wiggings. That is really unfortunate. Whoopies. Wait, where are my sketches? There we go. Okay, wait. I guess that is all for my little stream. It's a little stream. Says someone who has streamed art for almost 2 hours. So later, I'll be playing Roblox. Because why not? The stream quality is so good. I think I deserve to play Roblox. So, see you guys later. In the afternoon, I'll be playing. Bye bye!